You.
Doctor said I need a backiotomy.
That's it. Backiotomy. That's my favorite shit.
I'm an athlete, bro.
It sound good.
Had a grown man give you a nickname like that?
Christmas.
Here's the thing, it's just us.
Part, bro.
Oh, man, 2024, the Just Us pod, man. I am Fabian, to the right of me.
Ken.
To the right of Kid.
Christmas. What's up, man? It's Dan,
You ever had a
man.
grown man give you a nickname like that?
Man.
Yeah, me neither.
That and the laugh he did was so genuine, bro. That
it
made
was
it
like
so much
he
better.
was killing himself, bro. But how y'all doing, man? I want to start off by saying Happy New Year to
Happy
you
New
fellas.
Year, man. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to the
Yeah,
viewers
Happy
too,
New
man.
Year to all the subscribers, everybody who's been showing us support this last year. Really, really big year for the Just Us pod. Hoping to triple this year for sure. What are some things, if y'all had any New Year's resolutions or just some things that y'all wanted to change? Any conversations that y'all had with yourself? Anything?
I need to put on some weight, man. Like good weight though. I
wish I can give you some of this shit.
Bruh, I was shopping. I was trying some shit on, and like I realized, like I'm like the clothes I'm wearing now are a little bit bigger, right? Which is cool. I'm like that's what I like. But as I was taking the shirt off, I'm like, bruh, you just unfit skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like it, so I'm about to get in the gym, man. I keep saying that.
So
man.
you need to lift weights.
Yeah,
You
I need to put some good weight on.
Yeah, you need some girth. You need pause. You need some shoulders.
Yeah.
Shut up, kid.
Make sure
that was it.
the back fat don't come and
Yeah.
all that. That's for myself.
For yourself. Okay.
Now, let's say in the professional aspect, this podcast, man, I want to get us to at least 3,000 subs by the end of the year on YouTube. I feel like let's say the following on the social media, they're going to continue to grow. I know we've discussed some targets that we want to hit, but the main one for me is going to be the YouTube. I want to see the YouTube pop.
Okay.
And, work on some multicams the next couple months.
Yeah, for sure. You had any? I know you probably had some resolutions.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. You
Man.
talk to yourself about it. You want to try to get what you had, Ken.
Nah, in between Christmas and New Year's, I had got like a virus, bro, and that shit kicked my ass for like a day and a half, like real bad. And I think the effects lasted longer than I thought they did because I didn't feel as bad. But when I finally started to eat, everything just like I feel like it was just sitting on me. Pause. You know what I mean? Like so, and then I had ate some steak and like au gratin potatoes one day, and that shit, I feel like it wouldn't move. Like I felt full for like nearly 2 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that makes me really want to change my diet. We bought a juicer today, so it's real deal coming. Like he was saying, I'm gonna knock some weight off, just a little bit, because I ain't like just fat, but I could use some definition as well. You know what I mean?
Muscle.
And I'm going to Jamaica in March, so that's another thing.
Oh yeah, you got it. Rastafari and Nini body.
Right by the
Yeah, I
beach.
can't have one of them islanders walking up on me and my wife with their shirt off.
Oh, they coming. They gonna walk up on you now. At least have your arms right.
Something.
If you put on a tank top, have your arms right.
We can squabble until they pull out one of the big ass machetes, and you got it.
So
Chop
health
your
is
ass
a
up
big
like a
part of
coconut.
what y'all New Year's goals were.
Yeah, on the personal side, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's obviously that was one of my things this year. And to your point, Ken, it's crazy because I took my son. They had a game today, and he wanted Burger King. I was like, cool. And I didn't plan on getting nothing to eat, but I got a burger because I hadn't eaten.
Shout out to Jada.
Who?
Jada.
Burger
Whoppers.
King.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even get a Whopper. That's crazy. But when I was eating it, it was like no fast food tastes right to me anymore except for chicken places. I don't know why, bro. Like no burgers, even like Whataburger Burger King, McDonald's, all of that shit tastes so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Only chicken places is cool with me, bro. And I don't understand why. It just don't taste right. I don't know what's wrong. It don't never taste fresh. I can watch them make the food. I can watch them give me my food right off the grill, right? As soon as and it never tastes like how it used to taste.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's additives. I don't get into all the science behind foods and nothing like that. I just know it don't taste like how it once tasted to me. So I don't even have an appetite to go to fast food places like that unless they serve some sort of chicken.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a chicken guy. But yeah, I do plan on trying to get my health in order this year for sure. And I'm being realistic about it. Like I'm not about to wake up and go get a gym membership on January 1 like in past years and other people do. I'm not finna get in them people way like that. Like I know better. Now, it starts with your diet. You gotta back away from the table. Just say no to some shit. And I'm I ain't gonna say a big alcohol drinker, but I do occasionally, more than occasionally, have drinks. Like I'm drinking today. But I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, when you said be realistic, that's kind of why I didn't come into this year saying, all right, I'm going to stop smoking.
Yeah, you got to be realistic about shit.
I'm going to try to cut back, but I ain't going to sit here and act like I'm going to be able to just stop.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. Just being realistic with yourself. Like, if you normally, because this is what a lot of people do, right, throughout the day. They wake up in the morning, and what do people say? You got to eat breakfast, so you eat breakfast. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Just because it says it's morning time and you need to eat breakfast, you eat breakfast. Nah, if you're not hungry, don't eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was a victim of that. When lunchtime comes around, if you're not hungry like that, just grab something small.
Yeah.
The motherfucker just, because it's their lunch break, they go get something to eat just because it's their lunch break. You don't got to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be realistic with myself. I'm going to try to cut back. I'm going to try to not, like the last 2 times I went to the grocery store, I didn't buy no sweets. Shit like that. You know what I mean? Those are the things I'm going to do. Another thing, of course, the pod. I don't know how. I don't know when it's going to come. But I just want the consistency. We had a great consistency towards the middle end of the year. I don't think we missed, but like maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So we had a great run. And I think that's where it is with anything, right? I think everybody tries like, oh, we need to get that one video. Oh, all it takes is this one thing to turn. No, I think it's about consistency.
Right.
Anybody that I've studied, anybody that I've seen, anything, podcasts, whatever they've done it consistently. So I feel like if we stay consistent, no matter, I'm not going to say the product still has to be good. But no matter what we're doing, as long as we come here and we put it out and we stay consistent in what we're doing, I think it's going to be a good year.
No, for sure. I think that because we're going to see those moments like we saw just last week. Yeah. I'll be honest, like everybody is going to be burned out at a certain point. I say this all the time, man, like this is not easy. Like it is real work coming in here every week, talking for 2 hours at times. And yeah, y'all might only see an hour and 20 of it, but there's a lot that goes to it. The brainstorming throughout the week, the editing, the clips, like all of that stuff, it really takes a toll on top of a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be times where we get that way. And yeah, it's going to come off on camera too. Like we're going to have an episode here and there where the energy might be low. We're going to try to avoid it as much as we can, but just know that, we going to keep putting some work out, man.
And don't get it twisted. Like, we all sitting here on this couch with full-time jobs. Yeah. Me with 2 full-time jobs. Yeah. Like, this is not the end all be all. Like, we ain't making a whole bunch of money from sitting on this couch doing this podcast.
Shit, we ain't making a whole bunch of money at our jobs either.
Yeah, hey, that too. But yeah, man, it's just about the consistency. It's about the consistency, man. That was one of the New Year's resolutions that I had to, no matter what, try to do something for it. Yeah. At some point before we get here.
Right. I think that we should. One of the goals that I want to set this year as well is having somebody of some notoriety on the podcast. Yeah. Not because I want to chase that, let's say, that clout from them, but I really want to see us in that space of how can we drive that conversation.
And how do we navigate in it?
Yeah, because I was watching the Shannon Sharp and Katt Williams podcast, right? And Katt really carried that episode because
100%.
I don't know, and maybe I just haven't watched enough of Shannon Sharp's, like actual interviews, but I don't want us to be how he was in that interview. Like how he drove that interview, I wasn't impressed with.
Well, okay. So to that point, I'll say Shannon Sharp isn't a journalist.
Right.
He's not an interviewer. He's a conversationalist, which if we get into that field, that's what we'll be, right? Yeah. So with that, I'll say it was perfect for how it went because when somebody's on fire like that, you let them go.
Well, but that's kind of what my issue was with it, right? Because, again, seeing us in a space of we're talking to people that we know, we're chopping it up, our conversation is just flowing, right? And we've shown this plenty of times with we've been having guests since episode 21, 22 or something like that. So we've been able to carry these conversations and conversation flow like very effortlessly, right? But watching him, you could see points would pass and then you'd be like 2 topics later and he'd try to come back to that point. And it's
but it's because Katt was carrying, bro. It's hard to
agree.
It's hard to get in someone's way when their light is as bright as it was in that interview with Katt, because if Shannon Sharp slows that conversation down and he asks the questions that he probably had for Katt, he doesn't get out of Katt what we see today. The world doesn't almost exclusively be talking about that interview or that conversation for the last 4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he slows that interview down, like you're saying, and he asks the questions that he probably had scripted and ready for Katt, we don't get what we get.
But that's kind of what I'm saying is he tried to do so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's what I didn't like about it.
But even in trying to do so, he realized, oh, he's on one.
Yeah. And that's what I mean, right? So like for us, for example, I think that as we go through conversations with people, we kind of feed off of them and each other to know, all right, like that's the perfect time to go into the next thing.
Yeah.
Right? So you're kind of, I wouldn't say that you're in the driver's seat at that point as the host, but you're definitely the backseat driver at that point. Like, hey, make a left. Hey, turn right. Make a U-turn.
But see, when you're in those kind of situations and you're talking to someone of that magnitude, a lot of the things that you're hearing, you've never heard before. So in those moments, what happens? You become a fan.
Yeah.
You become intrigued. Now you listening. He becomes a viewer like us, right? Like a lot of what was going on, Shannon took a back seat, not because he didn't know how to drive the conversation. In my humble opinion, just my opinion, not because he didn't know how to drive the conversation, but because he was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, Shannon had all of the people that Katt's talking about on his show.
And that was so clear to me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you came in to get this shit off. Like,
Katt didn't come there to have a conversation with Shannon Sharp.
Bro, he ran over Ricky Smiley at the front of the episode, and every now and then he spun the block just to run that motherfucker over again.
Yep.
Oh man, I love it.
Katt didn't, and that's what people got to realize. Katt didn't come there to have a conversation with Shannon Sharp.
He came the air.
Yeah, he came there to say, "Fuck all y'all."
Yeah,
and that's what he did. Speaking of that interview, how did y'all like it? You checked it out? Yeah.
I loved it.
I
loved it, bro.
Yep.
I think, again, you could have removed Shannon Sharp from that. You could have just sat Katt in front of a camera, turned on the mic, and said, go.
I don't think
because that's damn near what he did.
But I don't think he does that without Shannon Sharp in there.
No, yeah, for sure. And I think that the platform in which he chose to do so,
perfect.
Even if, let's say, those guys were on other media platforms saying the same thing, I think that was a perfect place to do so.
Yeah, he goes nowhere else to address the things that were said about him on any other platform?
Like I said this at the top of the episode, I'm gonna say it again. My favorite part is when he's talking about Chris Tucker being friends with Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson was calling him Christmas. Like that was my favorite part, bro. That shit I've replayed it about 3 or 4 times.
You got a favorite part?
Do I have a favorite part?
Yeah, you got a favorite part?
No, I don't really have a favorite part, but what I enjoy most about it, I would say, you could say it's my favorite part. It's not what everybody else. I like the fact that he's adopted. What he said, 7 kids. Yeah. He's actually looked out for fellow comedians, but behind the scenes, like seclusively, like he didn't let them know that. Look, I'm putting money in your pocket.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He didn't have to do that.
100%.
Even I forgot the lady's name, but the fact that he paid for her star on the Walk of Fame because she was looked over so many times.
That was dope.
You know what I'm saying? I like that type of stuff more so than
Melanie Camacho.
Yeah, more than what everybody else has been feeding into, which when he's name dropping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like that type of stuff more than anything.
Yeah. I have a issue with someone telling 5 truths and 20 lies.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start here. I love Katt. I love Katt Williams. Like,
but you ain't running no 3-9.
That's the part that
come on,
bro. You ain't running no sub.
But we got to remember we're listening to a comedian, right?
Yeah.
I love Katt Williams. I love his work. I love what his work was. But let me ask y'all a question. When's the last time you seen anything Katt Williams before the interview?
Probably something on Wild 'N Out. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's just that. That's just me. I don't.
Yeah. No. Nope. Anybody else that's on this couch, even me, if asked that question, they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably would say Atlanta, but a lot of people didn't even catch that TV series. This is one of my favorite TV series. It was done by Donald Glover. But listen, for what it's worth, Katt Williams is one of the standout comedians. He's a household name. He's done a great job in what Katt Williams do.
Right.
That cannot be taken from Katt Williams. But at the end of the day, Katt Williams is a scorned, left out individual. And that's just that. You go on and you say how certain people are industry plants and we don't know certain people and all of the things that have been done to you, or what does that sound like?
Yeah.
Honestly, what does it sound like? It sounds like someone who's been left out and cannot get in anymore.
Yeah.
Mike Epps sounded like that at one point.
Yeah, and I think the tricky part to this, and I totally understand why it was so big in social media, because there's a lot in there that can be taken from it, right?
Yeah.
But just like all the other comedians that were there that have said whatever they think, or let's say their truths or their side of the story, but we don't know if any of them are lying or not.
Right.
That was my point. I wouldn't say that he's feeling left out or scorned. If he came in there, you just got to base it off what he's saying. And he's saying XYZ came on that same exact platform and said things about him as well. Or they lied about the story. He just came to set the record straight.
Well, it
could be just that.
Yeah. Well, here's the difference between what happened with those gentlemen, and this is why the Katt Williams episode was so huge, right? Because they didn't volunteer that information. Everybody except for Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley volunteered the information about the Friday After Next movie, or next Friday, whichever one it was. Everybody else was asked questions by Shannon Sharp that they answered, right? That's their truth, like y'all said. So now Katt's the last line of defense.
Yeah.
He's the last one.
He's the only one playing defense.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, and what does the world love? What does defense normally do? What does it normally bring? In any situation, negativity, violence, heat. It brings the heat. If we want to talk about sports, on the basketball end of the, if you guard somebody, you lighting somebody up, it brings the negativity. It brings the heat. Defense, you make a big play in football, you crack somebody, what? That's the negativity. It brings the heat, right? So you're the last line of defense.
What feels better on offense, like, than versus a defense check? chant like defense. You know what I'm saying? Like on offense, what is there?
It's probably nothing.
Exactly. And that's what this was to
Oh
me.
man, I don't know. I ain't never been to the free throw line and had nobody scream MVP when I'm shooting free
But
throws either. So that defense shit go out the window.
But what I'm trying to say is, right, Katt Williams did for the world. Katt Williams was the poster boy in that 3 hours for all of the people who have not.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Katt Williams. There's a lot of people that feel like him. So it's going to be super easy for everybody to gravitate towards his feelings. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of Kevin Hart's. Kevin Hart is a global phenomenon. He can go to the middle of Iran and sell out just because his name is Kevin Hart.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's not many of those. So it's easy to say Kevin Hart's name in a negative light, and everybody who's not close to Kevin Hart, oh yeah, I always said. So you gonna sit here and tell me everybody wants to say, all right.
Yeah.
You gonna sit here and lie to me? Like I can pull a receipt. You gonna sit here and lie to me and say that y'all wasn't really laughing at shit that this man did?
And the other part to the Kevin Hart point
To be honest, no, my bad. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say like he was referring to him as a plant.
Yeah.
Right. But bro, look at what Kevin Hart has done. I don't give a fuck what kind of plant, what kind of backing you got. You got to carry that weight on your shoulders, bro. That motherfucker be working.
Come on,
Or maybe I should stop cussing so much, but that motherfucker be working.
But this is
I mean myself.
yeah. And what were you about to say? You've never found him funny?
I have. I laughed at the Grown Little Man.
Okay.
And whatever the second one was, but the rest
Seriously
of them,
funny.
I didn't really enjoy
Yeah,
them.
and that's
I
fair
liked the
because
first two.
if you think about it, how many stand-up Katt Williams stand-ups have you seen?
Probably one.
The one with the green suit,
Hustling.
bruh.
That one.
When
But
I
that-
say,
but you also have to be like a real fan, like of
certain individuals,
Not even that. No, just the genre in general.
comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not a fan of comedy like that?
Not like that. It's certain.
man, I'm-
it's more so certain people.
Yeah.
Like if Corey Holcomb ever decides to do another stand up, I'm watching it. I don't
Yeah,
care where
Corey.
I'm at. I'm going to stop what I'm.
Corey
I'm going to
Holcomb's
make
dog.
my way. Like I don't even like beeline to Dave Chappelle. He's supposed to be he's touted as one of the greatest of all time, but that's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Different strokes for different folks.
Right.
100%.
comedy.
I love Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, Richard Pryor.
There ain't nothing like
He the
Richard
GOAT.
Pryor.
He the GOAT.
You know what I'm saying?
85 South.
I love it all.
Matt Rife.
Matt Rife.
I was watching
Oh,
his. I didn't even find it funny. I went to sleep on it.
Yeah, Matt Wright. No,
But I loved it on
his
I love-
special.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I
couldn't
love
get
it. I
through
love the clips when they come across TikTok.
Yeah, his crowd work is unmatched.
Next to none.
Yeah,
Next to
it's
none.
unmatched. The only people that I compare him to with crowd work is 85 South.
Yeah, they crowd work is unmatched.
Most of their show is, if not all of it, when they're doing the live podcast is all crowd work.
But even individually, Chico, Carlos Miller,
DC.
and DC, they're funny. I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? They're funny.
Yeah.
But I think my bad.
No, you
Real
good.
quick. I think it for me is just be hit and miss with people. Like, and it could just be dependent upon my mood because I've watched the episode of 85 South when they've been like in front of people, a live crowd. I didn't really think it was funny.
Yeah.
But I came to see the Wild Knot tour when they came here. I went to go watch it. Chico had my head hurting.
Yeah.
I was laughing so goddamn hard.
Yeah, it's
But you
different
know what I
stuff.
mean? So it's I guess it's probably what he presents that day, or it could be me for that day. But that's
Any
just
given
me.
night,
Yeah.
bro, they can like I saw Billy Sorrells. He's from Houston. And I didn't think he was that funny. You know, he started for Ali Sadiq. I didn't think Billy Sorrells was that funny, but
Yeah, even when he's on I don't know if y'all have ever seen the
Classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, all right. It's
But
cool.
I have saw funny shit from
Yeah,
Billy
for sure.
Sorrells.
Yeah.
Like I've seen funny things. Like it's just whatever day that you see them on. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Katt Williams, I'm not gonna sit here and say a lot of that stuff was lies, because some of it was truth.
Yeah.
But we've heard it before. If you're an actual fan and you like the genre, like you said, like I love comedy. I found myself thinking that was gonna be what I was gonna do. Like I even went to open mic at the Improv. I-10 here in Houston. Nutted up. Couldn't get on stage. I was afraid. You know what I'm saying? Sweating profusely. Like, it was crazy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. You put some Hennessy in me?
Bruh.
I'm on there.
That's probably my problem.
Man.
I was already drunk when I got there. I was too
Yeah.
drunk. And then when I got there, it was already like comedic acts. Like they probably don't even remember, but what's the guy name who does skits from Houston? The short guy. Jeff Shelley was in there. It's another person, bright skinned cat. It was a couple people. I was like, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it take nuts to get up on that stage and do that, bro. And it wasn't a lot of people in there. This was open mic night on a Wednesday night, or maybe a Thursday. I can't remember. But I just feel like Katt Williams, he said 5-6 truths, and then he just started rambling.
Yeah.
He just started rambling, bro. And that clouds the truth once you do that. Once you do that, it clouds the truth. And it's things that we know.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you feel like he lied about?
He lied about a lot of shit.
I say he read
Besides that, bro, I
all
know,
the
it's a lot.
encyclopedia.
I know he ain't
It
really
was a
fucking-
lot, bro.
Did you ever have one of those
Sub-4.
encyclopedias? A lot of books, bro.
That too. He ain't reading no 3,000 books a year.
He lied about a lot, bro. He lied about a lot. The truths, I'll say, even you got to think of everybody who's came out and said something, right? And they said, oh, Katt Williams, nobody is saying that he's lying. They're not going to come out and say verbatim that he's lying.
Yeah.
They're going to come out and say,
So do y'all feel like he just lied about himself and was telling the truth about others? Because that's what it seemed. That's what has the world on fire right now, is the fact that he name dropped about so many people, and the internet is actually doing their research and going back and see, yeah, this motherfucker did steal a joke, or XYZ.
But this is the thing, right? Yes, he stole a joke, but they've been feuding about that for years. My problem lies with, why is everybody so excited and taking so much to this when this is things that has always been going on with these comedians?
I wouldn't have watched it if I wasn't on this podcast.
You see what I'm saying?
So I was going to go into this as well.
Hold on, I'm glad you said that. Nobody would.
Yeah.
That's why nobody knew. That's why it's so like world renowned right now. That's why everybody's infatuated with it, because it's a phenomenon right now. It got like 25 million views in 3 days, 4 days, and everybody's watching it. But before, it would only be people like me who really like comedy who would know about these beefs and about these things.
I definitely would have watched the clips. I don't think I would have watched the full or listened, because I ain't watching. I listened to it, but I also feel, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to it in full until today, just to have it fresh, right?
Yeah.
And I also avoided any other podcast talking about it. I may have caught some people like giving some commentary on clips and stuff like that, but I avoided the other podcast. But what helped seeing those clips, like the running the 3.9 was crazy, right? Like
Ridiculous.
whatever. And then I seen a clip today, like he was running in the gym, and
That wasn't a for
like
nothing.
a 4 or 5 or
That
something
wasn't
like
a for nothing.
But
But see, hold on. When it's stuff like that,
yeah.
that makes you go, come on.
But
Kat.
this is what I was
You
getting
see what
to
I'm saying?
is I think that if you can go into this full episode and compartmentalize everything that he's saying,
Right.
there's some really good stuff in there.
Really, really good stuff.
But then there's just some outlandish stuff in
Some
there
bullshit.
too.
But
And you
that's
talk
his-
for what, 3 hours?
3 hours.
That's his profession, to be an entertainer.
Exactly.
bro.
And that's
Exactly.
what clouds it so much for me. But people are taking so much heart to it that it's like, y'all really are sitting here like just side on him and like, nah, he wasn't lying. Everything was true. And then this how I know people are like, yeah, he was telling the truth. Look at him run that 4.4.
Bruh. I've never
Did you see
ran
that video?
a 4.4.
You didn't see him running in that gym today?
I've never ran a 4.4. I've seen maybe the fastest 40 I've seen in person, probably a 4.6, right? I've seen a lot of videos of 40s. That wasn't no 4.5, bro.
Bro,
That wasn't no 4.5.
It
I don't
mi-
even think
it-
that was 40 yards, to
Bro,
be honest.
it
And,
might-
and on top of that, running in the gym is completely different from running on the track. I mean, on the field.
it might have been.
He ran a 30. They ran 30s in baseball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
a
run
30.
60s in baseball.
If he ran a 30, yeah, he ran a 4.4. 30 yards, he ran a 4.4 at 30 yards. For sure. Bro.
And then he was accepted into college at 7.
Come on, man.
My daughters were in the car with me. What?
He got on the back of an 18-wheeler at 13 years old with a Rottweiler puppy and $2,500.
He was scared straight at the park, but people smoking dope, sucking penis by the trees. Like stuff like that is gold, bro. But
it's gold, but
it's like, come on, bro.
But you start the interview off hot. Cedric Entertainer stole my joke.
It's not possible that he was at,
Don't fucking play with me, man.
It's not possible he was at like a park with some crackheads.
No, I'm saying like that is gold, like because there's a real
I thought you were saying like
to that.
he was lying.
No. I'm saying like that, but
okay.
like a story like that.
Crackheads do some outlandish shit, bro.
To me, a story like that is a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a comedy bit, and
I feel like that's what
him saying it like that is. You're punching the joke up,
bro. I feel like we watched.
Part of his next special?
Part of his next, I swear to God, I feel like we watched part of his next special. And he shouldn't have gave it to us for free like that. Yeah. Because he ripped that motherfucker. I laughed in. See, here's where people get what you read online and what people tell you. Here's where people like don't separate it correctly for me. Because just because you see the post that I make or you see me commenting on a post about the interview or whatever, doesn't mean I didn't find it fucking hilarious. Yeah. It was humorous at best. I found it fucking hilarious. But when I finished, I said, okay, Katt Williams, that was dope.
Yeah.
But there's no way. And I felt like a lot of people would feel like that. But when I go out on these social platforms and I see all of these people like, oh, Katt just ruined who?
Yeah.
What stopped for any of the guys that he mentioned?
I liked two parts of it. One was like you could tell the respect that he has for DL.
Yeah.
Right. He never when he's talking about the whole Kings of Comedy, and he even said like DL is that guy. But the wow moment for me in that episode was I never put what's Mark Curry's sitcom, Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Yeah.
And the Steve Harvey, I never like put that together, bro. And it's like, oh wow.
I mean, we was also very young when Hanging with Mr. Cooper came out, and I doubt anybody
when
goes back like, let me watch this.
Faison, right? And
Faison? Oh.
No, I'm a fat Faison lot. Like that's crazy. Like that's fucking hilarious. But when you're me,
swing on him when it's over with, bro. You should swing on him when it's over with.
Nah, for what?
Just caught your face on, bro.
Hey, he might need to look in the mirror because we are brothers in crime. So I mean, hey, yeah, edit that out. I ain't got no issue with how I'm living.
The world may never know.
Well,
I'm just saying, bro. I'm comfortable, bro. I'm living like that.
You heard multiple times.
I'm living like that. I'm comfortable. But anyway, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Y'all stupid, bro. What was I talking about?
We're at the hanging.
Oh, but when you're like me, right, Fabian, and you want to be in this comedy business, and comedy is one of your top genres, bro. I knew about the Hanging with Mr. Cooper situation. I knew Steve and Mark Curry have been beefing for years, bro. Yeah. For years. That's why when I hear it, I'm like, damn, people really didn't know about that. And that's an omen to me where it's like, oh, okay, maybe I know about it, but these two don't know about it.
It's the same with you having like this, let's say this knowledge of comedy and the references and blah, blah, blah is the same with like the sample shit in the songs, right? Like it's, we might be listening to something and I'm like, I nerd out sometimes. Hey, you know what this sample's from? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. Like, it makes perfect sense.
I get it too. I had to sit back and get it though. And even when Cube chimed in, this is how I knew like.
What did he say? I didn't catch.
This is how I knew like people are like, have lost it. So Cube comes, he's like, Katt was 100 about some of the things that he said, but there was never a rape scene in that movie. It was never there. So that wasn't it. Then he goes on in his clip and he goes, also, Katt didn't write the script for Money Mike.
Yeah.
Like we don't let new actors, because I put Katt in that movie because of the work Katt had been doing on stage. Katt has never been in any movies. That was his first movie. So we don't let a new timer come in and change the script. The script is the script.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it, or we'll get somebody else to do it. But Katt was so good. He was like, Katt was so good that we allowed Katt to add lines.
Yeah.
So, and then people got in the comments like, oh, see, Cube is like saying that Katt wasn't lying. Are y'all stupid?
No, there's a big difference on writing
Like
somebody's lines in the script versus punching up the jokes that are given to you.
Like you really have to be illiterate to look and listen at what Cube said, and then get in the comments and say, oh, Cube is saying that Katt was telling the truth. No, dummy. And then here come the third eye people. Man, you got to read between the lines and listen to what Cube is saying. No, he just said Katt didn't write the script. Katt said that he wrote the script. He said that he allowed Katt to put some lines in there, which every comedian does in every movie. They do some funny shit, and the director lets them use it because it was funnier than naturally what the script said. And he also said there was never a rape scene ever written into that script. And Katt said verbatim, I watched it enough to know the words word by word. He said verbatim, I went to Cube and told Cube, if you allow me to redo this scene and not allow a black man to be raped, I promise you it'll be funnier than anything that you wrote in this script. Yeah. Cube said that never was a thing. And people are in the comments saying, oh, see Cube saying that he wasn't lying. You're like, this is nuts. Yeah. It's nuts.
What I think that what will catch you is that if you remember the scene, that's kind of what it was leading to.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's super believable hearing Katt say that, right? Now, whether it's true or not, I really don't care. But what I did appreciate about what Katt said about Cube is like, when he was talking about the whole people being, like Cube paying people, basically, right? He made perfect sense. Like, okay, if you want a bag like that, go work with them.
Yeah.
Who probably ain't gonna have you working with them anyway. So if that's what you want, go for it.
Yeah. And he said he all of his teeth came out. He had cancer in his jaw or a tumor in his jaw, something like that. But he was broke. He was a broke comedian, and he had just got the. If you guys remember, he didn't have any teeth in his mouth.
As he's saying that story, I remember.
Yeah, he didn't have any teeth in his mouth for the movie, and he was like,
just like you did.
He was like, it was $1 million to get the tumor and the teeth and all of that. And he was like, after the movie, I was able to get my teeth fixed. And Cube also came on and was like, as far as the money, nah, man, this I was more of a shot guy. I was more of giving opportunity guy. There's a lot that go. He was like, I don't give y'all Tubi movies. Like, I gotta pay X amount of people this. So the actors really didn't. He was like, that's why I chose up and coming actors. They didn't really get. So where did you get the $1 million from, Katt? Yeah. Where did you get the $1 million if your teeth?
100,000.
Huh?
He said 100,000.
He said 100,000 for his mouth. Where did you get the 100,000 from?
No, he didn't say he didn't get paid. He
no,
said
no,
other
no,
people was
but
saying
Cube
it.
was saying right. No.
No, that's literally what he said.
Right,
Other
that's what I'm
people was-
saying. So he said his mouth was 100,000. Cube said, no, we ain't pay nobody 100,000.
Oh,
What did you get the 100,000 from, Katt? You're fucking lying. You're lying. But again, I don't care about that.
Ricky Smiley watched it at home. He wasn't even at the premiere.
But I don't care about now when you get into when he starts talking about Epstein and the parties and
Diddy.
I'm not doing the dresses. Hey, I don't have a dog in that fight because hollyweird is hollyweird. We've seen stuff come out that we never thought these people would do. I don't have a dog in that fight. He'd probably be telling the 100% honest truth about shit.
What is y'all's take on the whole, because this is a really big topic that you hear very often on the black men having to wear dresses in order to, let's say, take that next leap in their careers.
One of my favorite movies is Mrs. Doubtfire. R.I.P. the dead. Outstanding acting and of a like that movie is wonderful. Yeah. It's not just black actors. What it is us as black people and other black comedians who don't want to put the dress on make it a thing. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. Tyler Perry has made $1 billion from Madea. I don't give a shit. That's his preference. Yeah. You don't want to put a dress on, don't put a dress on. But why do I got to slander Martin Lawrence? Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. Me personally, at this big age, I probably ain't putting on a dress.
But if he was 19,
if I was 19 and I'm in that mode and I'm going crazy, like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you think about
it. If you asking as far as like the advancement of the black actor to put a dress on, then that's crazy and it's also believable because thinking from like my Pan-African black power roots, I look at it as like it's just another way to. It's like buck breaking. That's how I envision it. So, but I also don't like the fact that a guy putting on a dress, whether it's Mrs. Doubtfire or Jamie Foxx playing Wanda or Martin in Big Mama's House. So, quite frankly, those are all good movies and great roles, but I don't like it because it's even trickled down to your Instagram comedians, and I don't like it when they do it. Everybody's doing it. I don't like it. But
so if it's buck breaking, right, as you say, for black comedians or black actors, what is it for the white one? I mean, what is it?
I don't feel like they have to do it. They just choose to do it.
Okay, that's fine. So it's buck breaking for us, but we don't have a choice. Like we gotta do it.
I mean, you don't have to, but I'm saying they do it for the advancement because if somebody's dangling, a bigger role over your head, hey, you put this dress on, we'll give you X amount of money or you'll get a bigger role or we'll guarantee you a sequel if the numbers do great and whatever the terms may be. I'm not in those rooms. But a white guy, let's say, Robin Williams, for example, rest in peace, phenomenal actor, he's generational talent. He didn't have to put that dress on. As whereas you look at somebody like Jamie Foxx playing Wanda. Jamie Foxx is playing Wanda at the very beginning of his career.
And so was one of the greatest actors on that same very show with the little fucking ponytail on his head. What's the white guy? Jim Carrey.
He had a dress on that show?
Fucking right. He played the bitch. He played, they both did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, but when you're a comedy connoisseur, I can tell you that.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right. But I'm just refuting what you're saying, right? Mm-hmm. Which is fine. That's cool that you feel that way. Mm-hmm. But then I come and rebut and I tell you that on the very same show that Jamie Foxx played Wanda, I cannot think of the character that Jim Carrey played. He also played a woman. He also had lipstick.
Okay.
Did Jim Carrey have to do it?
Probably not. But I'm going to say that's a bad example because now that I think, I'm going to tell you why before you make that face. And Living Color was ran by the Wayans. It wasn't produced by.
What does that have to do with?
Because the powers that be, bro.
Huh?
Vera DeMille.
That's the girl? That's the girl name? Yeah. For sure. Yeah. You never seen that?
It makes sense now. I just couldn't think of it. But because it's about the people in charge, bro. It's not just.
So a black man made a white man be a girl.
That's what I'm saying. That's a bad example. I literally say that's a bad example because I also didn't remember that.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's a bad example.
Okay. Yeah, man. I just think that
I just don't agree with it.
When you don't know the history, that's just like a lot of people go back to Vin Rames when he played
Holiday Heart.
Holiday Heart.
I've never seen it.
There's a white man alongside Vin Rames and what's the black actor? Swole Kaka. What's his name?
Tiny Lister.
Not Tiny Lister. He was in it too. I can't think of the white actor, but he's a prominent actor. I just hate that us. I can't remember the white. Look up the movie. Damn.
It changed, Jamie.
Huh? Holiday Heart. But
I ain't Jamie.
Nah.
The guy who does all the movies.
I just hate that when it's our community. yes, we've done it. I don't even want to say that we've done it more because we just don't know the history of those people, right? So they might have done it more than us. I don't even want to, because we make those characters. They didn't bring us a script with Big Mama House. They didn't bring us a script with Wanda. They didn't bring us a script where Eddie Murphy did, what's the one he did?
From Nutty Professor?
Nutty Professor.
I don't remember.
And Norbit.
And Norbit. They didn't bring those scripts. Eddie wrote those scripts. Eddie wrote those movies and took it to the big screen. Martin wrote those movies and took it to the big screen.
But
so,
you naming people when Eddie Murphy was already big.
Right. I'm just telling you what the roles that nobody told Tyler Perry he needed to put a dress on.
Tyler Perry made his money outside of actual Hollywood.
Exactly. He made plays. So that's
by himself. That's different.
You don't know
That's different when you doing it in like actual big Hollywood studios, and Tyler Perry has his own studio now, and it started out as a stage play.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
He didn't want to conform to the ways of Hollywood.
Right. But what I'm saying is, when we allude to having to put on the dress, I don't think that that's a thing. I think that when you're in a moment, you're a young comedian, and it's funny to you, you're creating. You're a creator. You're creative. Like, when it's funny, bro, you're not thinking like, oh, let me put this dress on so I can break it to Hollywood. Because if you think about it, these guys had already broke. Martin was in House Party. They had great, like, they had movies, bro.
But that's not a very, he's not even a C star in Hollywood. I mean, in House Party.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, but what I'm saying is, Martin was a prominent factor before he put on a dress, bro. It wasn't. I'm telling you.
Hold on, let me think. Because his breakout was what? House Party?
He was, because he had did Bad Boy already before he did Big Mama House.
But he had show.
Shanae.
Yeah.
Shanae.
But he had plenty. He
But,
played a snot-nosed kid.
I'm just trying to think of when the dress would have come into play, and I think the first one would have been on the show.
Bro. No.
On his show, Shanae.
No, because he did. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. He did Shanae as stand-up. He wrote that. It came to life on screen. That's not the first time that Shanae was introduced to the world.
To be specific, it's the dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if he stand-up wise put on a dress. I don't think he would have. That's kind of what I was referring to. Just trying to understand the timeline of, for Martin specifically, when the dress would have come into play. But even still, like, when you think of Martin, bro, although Shanae is a very prominent character of his, it's so little.
Everybody who's put on those dresses, the roles were so small as far as a dress goes that you go, yeah, he probably didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But when you're creative and you're a creator.
But if you're that creative and you're such a creator, why don't you find another way to make it work as opposed to putting on a dress?
We don't know how their minds work, bro.
But you can. But that's just. But no. I'm gonna stop you there. We're gonna use basketball as an example again. People condemn LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all these superstar athletes, and say, "Oh, why you can't do it with this team? You couldn't do it here. You say you need X, Y, Z. Find a way." Well, if you're holding these great comedians to the standard of being great, they need to find a way as well, as opposed to putting on the dress.
Ken.
Am I right? That's a very good example. What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying nothing wrong with
So why
that.
you say Ken like I said something wrong?
Because
Defense.
because the problem is you cannot tell someone how to be creative.
Yeah.
You cannot tell someone to find another way. Someone that's just what
I'm
Katt
saying,
was saying.
but I'm asking, why not find a way?
Basketball wise too, right?
Yeah,
you can't tell them,
you
I
can't
can't
say-
go join this super team.
Exactly. You can't tell.
no, but he
people
said-
condemn LeBron James every time he passes up the last shot of a game, even though it's the right play.
And what do I say?
I'm using an example. I'm not talking
I
about you.
understand, but I'm telling you, y'all are trying to tell me that what I'm saying is what you're saying, and it's not what you're saying. You're saying they need to find. Why can't they find another way?
Yeah.
Right, and I'm saying, why do they need to find another way? It's their creative. Why do LeBron has to shoot the ball when that's his way? Stop trying to make me act like I'm crazy. Like, that's their way. That's the way that they create. That's the way that their mind works. At that time, a lot of people, not only blacks, also whites, were making it big in creating these characters. Yep. Whether it be a snotty-nosed little kid, whether it be Shanae, whether it be Martin Mama, whether it be Martin playing himself, whatever the character may be, that's the way their mind worked. And who are we to say Hollywood said you can only break into our world if you put on a dress?
If we just arguing what ifs, then why do it? Because if we don't know, nobody is there within them.
That's what I'm saying. I just said. If that's the way that they did it, who are we to say Hollywood said do this or you cannot get into Hollyweird?
So I think Ken is on y'all are both right because Ken is only.
I don't think either one of us is right because we don't know.
This is what I'm saying is you're more of why not. He's just more of why. Right. That's the only thing, right?
And I'm telling you,
it's just two different perspectives. But for me, creators are gonna create, bro. Because at the same time, we watched Kanye run around with a skirt on. We watched Young Thug have a whole dress on, bro. Like, I'm not, bro. Whatever y'all do is y'all. We in the space of, and I don't mean y'all by black men, by the way.
We in the space of creators now. You gonna put on a dress?
It's not for me.
It's not for me. That's not how my mind. I don't have anything in my mind that's funny with me or another character that I create sub me that's funny in a dress. Yeah. I don't.
And the way my mind works, if there is a character that is developed in let's say from me, that is a woman, I'm gonna reach out to a woman to play that character. That's just the way my mind works. I'm gonna outsource that.
I just don't have a creative in my mind that says something I do fun. Like even feminine gestures. Like that's a little bit too far for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel weird setting up a camera and doing feminine gestures to make somebody laugh. Yeah. That ain't in my repertoire. But it might be in somebody like Desi Banks. He does it sometimes. He probably hasn't went as far as to put on a dress, but he does it sometimes. Drewski, on the other hand, I don't think I've ever seen him be feminine in comedy. Yes, I have. I'm lying. He's been feminine in comedy. When he does the Cheeto shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the chicks in the store. But that's when you're creating. Yeah. And this is how you create. This is what a creative does. They see you do some regular life shit that you normally would do. A group of young women walk into a store. They buy, give me some hot chip. But you know I need a. Yeah. And then you go recreate that. It's not saying Hollywood ain't make you go create that. Hollyweird didn't make you go create that.
Yeah, but I feel like the it's bigger than just Hollywood because who's to say if the forefathers, quote unquote, never put on a dress? Who's to say Desi and these Instagram guys will put on a dress?
They don't because you create from what. You saw.
But that's where the bug breaking is bigger than just
bug breaking is such a derogatory. Okay, that shit is crazy.
However you want to address it. You're gonna start having little kids in dresses now.
This is how you got to think about it, Ken, and this is how I see that the creatives think about it. You only can create funny from what you've seen and what you've been through.
But just like Dennis said, you can put a woman in a dress.
But it makes it less funny.
So women aren't funny?
Fuck no. No.
But
I
get what you're saying though, because like at the same time, although yes, I would, again, if I'm creating this character and I want to outsource it to somebody, if I cannot find a woman that fits exactly how I want this role to be played, I have a choice to make.
Yeah.
Either I do it myself or I scrap it.
I think just as a creative, right? Personally, I just feel like being creative comes from what you've been through, where you've been, and what you see. In our community, when you go look at the Shanae's, when you go look at the Big Mamas, when you go look at Norbit, those are things that are prominent in our neighborhoods. Those are things that we grow up with. We grow up with Big Mama. We grow up with the Norbit. We grow up with Shanae's in our neighborhoods. That's what we see. So when you're a creative, that's what you create. Mm-hmm. Your mind goes to the things that you've seen, that you've been through, and that you know. It's unfortunate that that's our reality, but that's what it is. Yeah. I just don't. But when you go to Hollywood and Hollywood says, man, that bit that you did on Def Comedy Jam, I want you to bring it to life. You don't have an issue with it. That's not Hollywood saying you can't get in here without putting on a dress. That's Hollywood saying that's your best shit. Give me your best. Yeah. You can't. Now, if Hollywood says, nah, you can't get in here without giving me your best, and your best was Big Mama.
I made it through this industry with a virgin booty hole and a virgin mouth.
And it's wild. That's just like anybody with a platform. Going back to the Katt Williams conversation, right? It's like anybody with a platform. You or Ken can sit here right now and tell everybody on that camera, yeah, man, I seen some messages between Fave and a punk. I got to defend myself until people forget about it.
Yeah.
Right? Just because you sat on a platform and said that you seen messages between me and a punk. And that's what's happened. We have a platform.
I got it.
Social media has given everybody a platform, a voice. We have a platform. We have voices. So in that regard, there's nothing that can go unseen, unheard, or anybody can just continue on without having an opinion or being able to put out what they feel is necessary to whatever's going on, right?
Right. So
that platform that Katt Williams sat on and told all those things to happened to be one of the fastest growing platforms on social media. So when he goes and he says all these negative things about certain people that nobody has ever heard, right? A lot of people has never heard. It becomes very, very easy for regulars to shun it. Yeah. It's nothing for somebody who don't already like Kevin Hart or already don't like Ricky Smiley or already don't like Cedric the Entertainer to go and find dirt. And to the Cedric the I want to talk about the Cedric the Entertainer thing, right? For those that don't know, there's a thing called a stock joke. Katt Williams has a lot of them. A stock joke is a joke that doesn't have a punch until you make your own punch. It's a generic joke. You take it, you make your own punch to it.
The simplest example would be a Yo Mama joke.
Exactly. That's a stock joke.
Yeah.
So the joke in question is not a stock joke, but it's not the same, right? So Cedric took it. He stole the undertone of that joke to me from Katt Williams. But this happened in 1998. We're talking about 2024. Cedric the Entertainer has become uber successful. Not off of that joke, bro. Cedric has hits with his box office, with his sitcoms, with his stand-ups. He has a lot to fall back on, where if you erase Cedric saying that joke, nothing happens to Cedric's career.
Yeah.
That is the one problem that I have with everything that's going on with the Katt Williams interview. And everybody. The Kevin Hart industry plan. Who knows us outside of Houston? Right. Exactly.
Nah, man, we got some viewers,
right.
in Canada and Germany and shit.
Friend in New York.
One motherfucker.
Dallas.
One motherfucker.
Oh, somebody in California.
2 motherfuckers, right?
Probably somebody in Phoenix.
We'll be generous. 50 motherfuckers know us outside of Houston.
Somebody in Florida.
Right?
Keep on talking.
So
I don't know, bro. We got, 700 something subs? I don't know.
700 something. Wow. We big time.
Big time.
We big time.
I told y'all.
So you gonna sit up here
Yeah.
and say Kevin is an industry plant because the first time that you saw Kevin was Soul Plane
Yeah.
or what's the other movie? Paper Soldiers. You do the work to get to the work. We're in Houston, Texas right now. If we go to where we're trying to go and we end up on set in New York City doing what we do, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna see us for the very first time.
Yeah.
So that's why when we sit here and we listen to the Katt Williams interview, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
When you just sit down and you just be human, just be regular, like just think. You use your own mind. You don't go read comments and base your whole conversation off of what you've read and be your own person. You start to have a little common sense. Just a little, bro.
That makes sense to me, though. The fact that he called him a plant based off of the little bit of work that he did outside of L.A. and then went to L.A. and was able to get on screen just like that. Because you hear about people moving to L.A. all the time, and it's very hard and doing work and very hard to get on their screen. And it's just like, and it's also in a time of where social media isn't very prevalent. And you hear about all these people going on these comedy circuits and these chillin circuits and this shit like that. And if you in it like that, like you say, like these people know of one another because they be in these same venues and shit.
Yeah, but
it's once again, just like basketball, prior to social media, these dudes know each other because they've traveled and been in leagues and tournaments with each other prior to social media. So it's very rare that you can make a break on a large scene or even the big screen in this case.
That wasn't the big screen, but I'm listening.
Soul Plane was
not the big screen.
It wasn't like motherfucking Mission Impossible.
Would you say it was similar to?
It's better than what's on Tubi.
Would you say it was similar to
Friday?
Friday?
No.
What you mean?
Would you say it was similar as
production?
Production, breaking?
I suppose. I don't know.
Do you think Soul Plane was better or Friday was better?
A better movie? Friday.
Okay. Do you think the series was what was better? You think the Friday shit is better than the Soul Plane shit, right?
It's only one Soul Plane.
Where did you know Katt Williams from before Friday?
Who, me?
Anybody? Nobody will. There's nobody who can tell me.
I'm also not a comedian. I'm not
I
traveling and making jokes.
But I'm just rebutting to what you said.
We sitting here arguing. Kevin, we don't know the facts on.
Exactly.
But hold on.
Kevin could have said, listen to me, bro. I let you talk. I let you talk. All I'm saying is the exact same thing that Katt Williams sat on that couch and said, Kevin could have said about him. Nobody knew Katt Williams before Friday. Cube gave him a shot. All he did was do stand-up. He saw in a club and went to an audition and got picked. So did Kevin Hart.
So I think that the
You was there?
Were you there?
I'm saying, why are we arguing it?
Exactly.
You making a point.
No. We can argue it because you argued it.
I said here and said we don't know, and you said exactly.
No, Ken. You said him saying Kevin Hart is a plant, I can't believe.
Yes.
How?
Because.
How?
How are you going to expect? That's
Were
like
you there? Were you there?
No, I was not.
All right,
That's
then.
like me walking in the Rockets gym tomorrow and getting on the team. I ain't never been to college, bro. I've been to Lamar University for a semester and a half and didn't play on the team.
You making no sense.
What do you mean I don't make no sense?
Because I'm saying the same thing for Katt. No one knew him. No one knew him.
But who? You wasn't there.
You wasn't with Katt.
I'm saying what he said. You taking your words against Katt Williams.
No. I'm not saying my word. I'm using Katt Williams' words against Katt Williams.
Because he's a comedian, bro.
Okay.
It's a comedian. He's in the field. He's more so in the field than you are. When it comes to us, you're more you're bigger in that realm because that's what you're passionate about.
Okay, how
Katt
can you
Williams
say,
is an successful comedian.
not at that time.
But what I'm saying is he's done the work.
Not at that time. He probably had done the same work Kevin Hart did. I'm saying, how can you say you believe it? And then when I say Katt Williams did nothing before he got in Friday, Soul Plane and Friday is some of the same movies. Somebody saw Kevin Hart at a theater doing stand-up where he was doing it at. Someone saw Katt Williams doing stand-up at a theater where he was doing it at. And gave
Friday came out.
Huh?
I was 8 when Friday came out.
Nigga, we were fucking how old when Soul Plane came out? All right then.
Social media wasn't involved. It wasn't
With
there.
neither one.
Okay, so that's the point that I'm making, bro. How are you gonna sit here and say what somebody else did when we wasn't there?
That's what I'm telling you. How is Katt gonna say that?
Because he's on the scene, fave. What are you talking about?
Bro, what I'm telling you is what Katt said, okay, he on the scene, right? He's saying it's an industry plant. How can we believe that when somebody else who's in the industry could have said, you an industry plant? We didn't know you either, bro.
So my thing with this, with the whole Kevin Hart being an industry plant, what I've noticed in, let's say, in comedy at least, if you didn't go to the Comedy Store, you're looked at like you didn't put the work in.
He went there.
Right? Just beforehand, right? Like because you hear the big, the Carlins, the Rogans, the Mencias, all these guys that went through the Comedy Store, whatever. But at the same time, you take somebody like, okay, let's just say Kevin Hart never went to the Comedy Store.
He went.
Let's just say he didn't. Okay, you know what? Tiffany Haddish. Because he brought up Tiffany Haddish too, said she never been in the Comedy Store either. Let's just say
Tiffany Haddish's career is not good.
But let's just say those two are true, right? Let's just take those two as an example. You can argue the same thing about Andrew Schultz, who's never gone to the store, and look at how big he is. Dude's selling out Madison Square Garden 4 times.
But that's the thing,
So it's
bro.
like-
It's just us.
And that's
it's only us.
Like, I think that I can understand why if you have this thought of the Comedy Store being the mecca and you got to go through that in order to prove what you're worth, and if you don't do that or you didn't go through it enough that this is why you're a plant, it's super unfair to me. I understand why people stand on that hill, but it's super unfair because you say the same thing about the white chick on the podcast, Bobby Altoff, right? Everybody, oh, she's a plant. Bro, she is super unique in what she's doing.
No, she's not.
And for a white girl.
No, she's
it's
not.
super
The
unique
way
for a
she's
white
sitting
girl.
there giving the driest interview.
No,
Exactly.
she's
Like, it's
not.
super dry.
Will Ferrell did it. I mean, Zach Galifianakis did
White
it
girl.
already.
No, bro.
Is what I'm saying.
No, bro.
White girls
No,
should
bro.
date.
But see, now me and Ken can agree with this, but he can't agree with me that no to what I'm talking about.
All I'm
No,
saying
she's
is
not. No, she's not the first in that regard.
I'm not saying she's the first.
she's not unique.
She's unique in this time. Nobody else is doing that right now.
Man, you crazy. You crazy.
What are the big? Well, let's say at the scale
Funny,
in which she's doing it. At the scale in which she's doing it.
Hollywood looked at Funny Marco
And I was about to say,
and said,
Funny
"That's
Marco is the one."
fucking brilliant."
because
We need a white face.
The episode she did before that with I think it's what's the comedian's name? Robert Glassman or something like
Yeah.
that.
No. Robert Glassman is a musician.
No, that's Glasper.
Oh.
I think his last name is Glassman. Anyway, he's funny. Funny ass, dry ass humor or whatever. But you go look at that episode, there's some jokes in there. But the Funny Marco one is just like completely different.
Bro, Funny Marco is.
But I do
None of that
think
shit
that
funny to me.
she actually has. It's a niche, and it ain't for me all the time, but I understand it, and
bro.
the clips are great.
I never liked it.
Like Takeoff,
I never liked
None
it.
of that
not
shit
take
funny,
off.
bro.
I never liked it. You talking about Offset.
Offset.
I never.
Offset getting on their ass about how she's dressing was gold.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is like there's.
I didn't even
great
like the
clips out
Offset one.
there. I don't like the
that.
full thing.
It-
No. Yeah.
I didn't-
The clips
I didn't-
are cool.
Anytime they what's the word? Appropriate? Is it appropriate? Our shit? Is that the correct word? Right? Anytime that they do that to us, bro, and they grow super huge, super quick, I hate it. But that's the same thing that happened with Kevin Hart and Katt Williams. You know why Katt Williams don't like Kevin Hart? I don't want to say don't like. But you know why there's such a rift between those two?
They're both short.
But Katt Williams had that lane. Katt Williams had the lane. Katt Williams was the poster boy. Katt Williams was supposed to be the guy. Katt Williams had the opportunity, he had the shots, and he missed them.
Yeah.
He missed them, bro. Kevin Hart may not be as funny. I can sit here with my chest out and say, mano y mano, face to face, joke to joke, stand up, best stand up to best stand up. Katt Williams blow him out the water. But work, we talked about it when we first got here. Consistency, nah.
Yeah.
That's why your negative interview has 25 million views in 3 days.
Yeah.
But that's also why Kevin Hart can sell 25 million in a show, and you can't.
Yeah.
It's the work. It's the consistency.
I was going to say,
call me an industry plant. Call me what you will. I did the work.
Yeah.
I went and got in this lane that you left open, and I did the work.
That's why I'm a fan of Kevin Hart. That's mostly why I'm a fan of Kevin Hart is because of the work that he puts in. That
I
dude
did
don't
the
stop.
work.
He don't stop.
I did the work, and I'm
don't miss.
continuing to do the work. So, industry plant, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be there. But
Now,
was I an industry plant when I did Shaq's All-Star Comedy, and you were in the audience about to bust your fucking brain, laughing at me? Was I an industry plant then? Yeah. Was I an industry plant when me, you, Mike Epps, Little Duval, when we did the little movies they would do? Was I an industry plant then? I became an industry plant when the studios start saying, we don't want that guy here.
And to be clear, to the industry, if you want to make us an industry plant podcast, as long as we ain't got to suck no dick or get fucked in the ass, sign me up.
He'll put a dress on though.
Nah.
You just left it out.
Nah.
Hey, we nah.
Well,
Man.
no.
I ain't fucking with no dresses. I ain't fucking with no dicks. I ain't doing none of that. No, that's crazy, bro. Bro, he said on one part.
P. Diddy parties.
I ain't going. No. You got to do what Brandon T. Jackson said. Brandon T. Jackson said to Denzel Washington. I studied. That Denzel Washington told him, you got to leave 30 minutes before the devil shows up. He said, sounds crazy, right? He said, go wherever you want to in this industry, any party, anywhere, leave 30 minutes before the devil shows up. That's just enough said. The devil is whatever entity that happens after that 30 minutes. Because it's going to happen. When somebody like Denzel tell you that, you get your ass out of the building. You go on about your business. But Katt Williams said in one part of the interview, he said, I lost it before I said that last bit. I was about to say it. What were we talking about before? He said he walked in. It was three of them. They walked in the room.
I wasn't sucking no penis.
He said, I told him no. What y'all Yo, that's crazy. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. Bro, he said, it was me, Ludacris. That nigga said we both had the sideburn.
But look, but
God, that's wild.
no, to have two options and them being Ludacris and Katt Williams was wild, bro.
Well, that don't even go together.
Man.
Everybody said,
One of us cut
one
our
of us
hair.
had to cut our hair and our sideburns off, and we was gonna get 20 movies and $200 million.
And a funny
That nigga
looking
said,
wife.
what number Fast and Furious on? Number 10. Oh, okay. Man, that dude hilarious. Bro, I'm telling you, that stand-up would have put him that would have catapulted him back to where he needed to be. Him giving that 3 hours to Shannon, he got to go on the road with that act. 3,000 books in a year, he got to go on the road with that act. That's crazy. But I thought about something at work. This is getting off of that. If y'all got anything else to do,
that's it for me.
go.
Wrap it up.
Change lanes.
I was talking to a couple co-workers, bro, and we were talking about one of our wildest, stories that we had that was unimaginable, or like people probably would say that you lying about, right? Do y'all have a story like that? A wild story? And mine is super, super old, bro. I'm going to tell it, but do y'all have one?
Not that comes to mind immediately.
Okay, so.
Seeing a ghost, maybe?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, before I get into the story, while y'all can think about it, if I have a story. Did y'all see the Miami shit?
Yeah.
What y'all think about this shit? You saw it?
Oh no, I don't want to.
They said it was creatures.
Episode taken down for false information.
This is not false information. This is information that they put out that we are just regurgitating. They
30-mile radius, no internet.
They said that they saw creatures
8 foot tall.
They didn't bother anybody. They were just there. Anyway, that ain't my cup of tea. That ain't my. I don't play in that party. I don't walk in them parties.
Man, shit ain't believable. Niggas get their head blown off these days, and somebody gonna pull their phone out and record it.
Somebody said.
What you mean?
But they say it don't pick up like on the recording.
Somebody
said they was too scared to record.
It's the next episode. It's the merging of Men in Black and Bad Boys.
Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. So anyway,
It's
right?
gonna be 2 Will Smiths.
Which he's already done.
Yeah.
He's already done that in the movie.
I am. What is it called?
I don't know.
Something with a man.
Yes, bro. That was a good movie.
Speaking of
I
Will
didn't
Smith,
finish it.
while
You
we're
didn't-
on
that
this,
was a good movie.
I never watched
I
it.
was trying to bootleg it, and I think it kept freezing.
I won.
You trying to watch that motherfucker on LimeWire?
I 1,000% thought that Fat Joe dropped at least 150 pounds when I saw that Jada Pickett
You ain't
picture,
shit,
bro.
bro. You ain't shit.
Man.
Tired
But
of
anyway,
it, bro.
Y'all
the
seen
crazy
that?
story?
Tired of her.
Me too, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of Jada
She
Pinkett.
was like Fat Joe or Scott
That
Storch for
motherfucker had on
the
some jean.
some leg warmers.
That motherfucker had on some jean leg warmers, bro. Are you shit? This lady. You know what? We can't talk about the sickly, bro. She got alopecia.
That ain't that sick.
But I can't say, all right, you motherfucker.
It ain't that sick, bro.
So anyway, let me tell this story. So in college, you know, a lot of people go home I went to Lamar University. A lot of people go home after the semester. A lot of people don't. You remember that? This particular semester, everybody went home, right? So
As hell up there too.
Huh?
We born as hell.
born. And that's why we went home this particular time, right? So I didn't want to tell my mom or my dad I was coming home because I wanted to stay at my partner's crib because we had some plans, right? So I go with my partner, stay at his crib, and we set it up. This was back then. Don't cancel me for this, but it was us three, and we had a chick house we was going to, right? It was just her. This is, hey, listen, we're 18, 19, this is back then. Don't kill me for
Standing
this.
by a tree, sucking on penis.
So we go all the way to this chick house, and she can't come out because her mom didn't go to work that night. We pissed. Cool. So we sitting there, we like, man, what we gonna do? We 18, we fired up, we didn't hit the reefer, we didn't drink a little bit. Then we drinking Four Locos. Like
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? We was ready to punish something. So my partner go, y'all got some bread? We're like, yeah, we got some bread. Cool. So how much you got? I think I had like $17. One of them had 12, the other one had like 22. I don't know, it was some odd numbers, right? You know, back then you just scraped up money, you didn't have a lot. So boom, we burn off, pull up to a massage parlor. We all like, man, we trying to get some, man, you tripping. He was like, trust me, just relax. So, so we go into the massage parlor, and lady comes out. It's dark. It got little lights. It's like some music playing or whatever. And the lady comes out. She's like, you massage, baby? You massage? Yeah, I want a massage. Cool. So, mind you, we still don't know why we're there. This is the first time any of us has been in this situation, obviously, except for him. We go to the back. I'm in the room. We all go to separate rooms. She tell me, you get comfortable. She leave out. So I take off everything except for my muscle shirt. Mind you, I'm young at this time. Underwear, socks. Lay on the bed. You know, they got the little face thing where you put your face down. So I lay down. She comes back. She moves the top. She said, no, baby, you get comfortable. It's okay. You take off. You take off. So now I'm looking like, what you mean? She's like, yo, you take everything off. Okay, I take everything off. So you know how when you land face stomach, well, she leave out again, then I take everything off. So you know how you land on your stomach. So your thing probably like through your legs a little bit, right? So she started massaging, right? Regular at first, like, you know what I'm saying? Regular. And she kept like grazing that boy. Like but I'm on my stomach, like she grazing in front. I'm like, now I'm getting face me right here. So now I'm aroused, like I'm like, damn. I'm thinking in my head, she need to grab that motherfucker. Mind you, we was already out. We was hot and horny. We high. We full of four locos. So we trying to get it. So at this time, I'm harder than arithmetic right now. So she said, baby, you turn over, put towel on you. I walk out. Okay. Turned over, put the towel on me. When she come in, she lowers the towel. She's still massaging, right? Cool. Everything cool. Still massaging, but she's still hitting that boy. This time, towel ain't working. Towel up in the air. I'm talking about that. Like a circus tent. That motherfucker, I'm talking about hard as Chinese arithmetic. So she say, oh, baby, you excited? You excited? Yeah, you excited. You want? I don't know what she talking about. I say, yeah, I want. So she say, baby, you got money? Now it click. That's when my homeboy asked me why we wanted the money. I mean, did we have the money? I'm like, how about the bed? Quick as hell. All I got is this, mommy. Okay, it's okay, I do for you. Lay down. Boy, she put that oil on that motherfucker. 2 seconds. It was over with. And this is why I chose to tell this story. For the next 3 semesters, every time I went home, I would have seen Ling Ling.
So,
every time I went home, I would have seen Ling Ling.
I've been there. But like as an adult, right?
Nah, yeah, that's crazy.
So, and I think I've told y'all this before,
you told,
right?
yeah.
So, like my back was out of it, right? Chiropractor, like all the time, blah, blah. But one day I'm getting off work and I'm like, bro, I need to go get a massage, man. It's late. Massage MV's not open. You know, like the places that people
normally would book for
respectable places.
Yeah, respectable places.
But this is what I learned, right? If the massage spot is open past 9, if it's got red lights when you walk in, the windows are blacked out, it ain't that kind of massage spot. It's that kind of massage spot.
But this is the thing.
That old ass lady with them old ass fingers, bro. Like, bro.
But this is the thing. And then what's crazy? It was an up in age lady back then. I just didn't realize it because I was under the influence and I was horny.
Man,
but
that lady about 120.
He said 9. This is the thing though. You said 9 p.m. Nah, bro. Respectable places close at 6.
I know that now.
And this is the other thing. I wouldn't dare do that shit today.
Yeah.
You're very, very, this is one thing that I know. When you're young, you're very, very fearless. You don't care about nothing. The cops running in never crossed my mind. Nothing happening bad never crossed my mind. I was just in the moment. And I went back.
Yeah.
Like, every time I got a little money, boy, I got them, what them thing we used to get them refunds? Boy, 200, I'm going crazy. 2 times in a weekend. But at this age, man, my mind wouldn't let me be at ease. Yeah. Sitting up, boy, I just think the police just gonna bust up in there and go crazy. My mind just wouldn't let me sit at ease, bro. I just had to tell that story because I just felt like it was a thrown off story, but.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I ain't never been to no shit like that.
Don't go. But
yeah, unbelievable, bro.
Y'all life, y'all younger days wasn't shit.
Nah, but like it's all believable though. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot, but
Anyway,
hiding in a closet. Like when I explained to people how I was hiding, I was like 14 at the time. Got in that motherfucking closet, put all her dirty clothes on top of me. To hide from my mama. She came home.
oh, that was
I
bro.
realized that my shoes was right there. So take the clothes off. Reach
They
my
used to-
shoes. Light turned on. I look up. I'm, what the fuck? Stand up. Basketball shorts. Stand up. Stand up. Oh my God. Took that bitch in my waistband.
That bro, that used to be a common thing. Like Layla's mom, her parents worked until not late in the evening, but past normal. Like they didn't get off at like 4 or 5. So we would be over there all day, and then they would come home, but they didn't come check on the rooms and stuff like that, right? So we would go in the closet, wait till they went to sleep, and then come back out and just be in that motherfucker with to spend the night. Bold. This is the first time I ever said that. Mama Donna, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Man.
But yeah, I had to tell that story.
Now, just thinking about like what we were doing at our kids' age is
Bruh.
wild. My mom was working nights. My brothers had already moved out the house. I was driving.
I pray.
Mama
I
was
pray.
not at home during the week. I made it to school though. For
I pray.
at least half the day.
So
I pray.
me and my cousin, we used to talk to these sisters that stayed off off Highway 6. They went to Bush.
Oh yeah.
And my mama and his mama was both at work. My mama, she worked 12 hours shifts. So it was like, all right, let's go.
Freaky time.
It had been raining. My cousin ain't got no license, right? I don't know why his mama car there, but his mama car there. Well, I think they might have had an extra car. My uncle wasn't there either. So we leaving out the neighborhood that we in, out of Pine Trails. It's like 4 entrances to the neighborhood, Fave. They know that's the only way. Those 4 is the only way in and out. There's nothing like out the back of the neighborhood. So we leaving.
3.
It's 3?
No, 4 for Callahan. Right.
Yeah, 4. So we leaving out. And as we leaving out, roll right by my mama. And we panicked. We was like, exactly. We locked eyes with her, but she ain't lock eyes with us. She ain't know.
Oh.
So we panicked. Man, it was like, man, fuck. Hit the U-turn, turn all the way back home. He backed the car back in the garage just like it was, let the garage down. Like, man, fuck. I hope we don't get caught. She ain't said nothing yet. Man, my uncle come home.
Tow that ass up.
Nah. It was raining. My cousin wiped everything down. Car dry and all that. Mm-hmm. Uncle say, who been in the car? Nobody. So why the garage with the tire marks? Fuck.
Young stupid motherfucker.
Stupid.
Don't know. I thought she was about to say, well, why my gas meter move?
No, he
Normally
didn't get
ain't
far
nobody
enough.
gas,
He didn't
yeah.
get far. He didn't get out the neighborhood.
Ah, yeah, that's
Turn
right.
right back around.
Bruh.
Bro, not getting out of the neighborhood from Nana house.
No,
is
we were
wild.
We was at wasn't at the house. We was at Uncle house.
Yeah.
On Lauren.
Okay,
But yeah,
would've-
still, it's right there.
It's still right there. Yeah.
I would have been so mad. Because I used to be horny.
Oh, I applied it my first time getting some. It's crazy what you do for some coochie, bro.
Oh,
even
boy.
at a young age.
It's wild.
Man, my grandma used to do food bank or food pantry every
Starting off with the food bank.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, all the time, right? I had the schedule down packed. So I told the girl, look, my grandma's finna go to the food pantry on this day. My mama is at work. My grandma ain't gonna be back till about 2 or 3. Come on through. My cousin was like, you so right. He called his little girl over. I called mine over.
Once you start getting it, bro, you don't give a damn how you get
That
it.
was the first time.
So we stayed on a street called Holly Hall. Holly Hall led directly to Astorworld. So my pops used to buy us season passes to Astorworld every summer. And he would leave and be gone all day, right? And we knew this. But he had a girlfriend at the time who had a key to the spot. She would come. I think this particular weekend, my dad, he played softball. he took him and his softball team, and I think they went to maybe Beaumont or Baytown, somewhere where they stayed. So me and my big brother, we devised this plan. Hey, y'all meet us at Astorworld. We're going to walk up there, get y'all, and we're going to walk back home. Everything going as planned. Nothing going wrong. I'm in the living room on the couch. He in the room in the bed. We doing our thug thistle. We locked the top lock. Boy, I heard that key. Ass dropped. I'm talking about, I said, be quiet. I was so scared, dog. Be quiet. I tiptoed, dick out, everything. I ain't give a fuck. I was scared. I went to the room, opened the door. My brother in that whole full Nelson. He got the business. He going crazy, that motherfucker. I said, stop fucking. Stop fucking. Somebody at the door. Bruh. Of all places, just guess where they hid at. And she knew something was wrong because we took a long time to open the door. I had to stop sweating. I had to put my clothes on. Like, I had to, get myself together. All in all, it probably felt like a long time, but we probably didn't open the door. Mind you, we were supposed to be at Astorworld. Why are we even there?
Yeah.
So we finally unlocked the lock. What the hell took y'all so long to open the door? Oh, man, we was in here asleep. I thought y'all was supposed to be at Astorworld. Yeah, we started walking and we decided it was too hot. We didn't want to go. Bullshitting. Sit on the couch, nigga, we nervous. He in the room still, though. He finally walk out. He sit at the table. He doing something at the table. I'm on the couch. The TV looking at me. I ain't even looking at the TV. She done went from the room to the kitchen like 3-4 times. She in the kitchen. What the hell wrong with y'all? What y'all was doing? What y'all got going on? She started searching. Just guess where they hid at.
In her room?
No.
So,
In the fucking tub. In the tub, bro. Which wasn't a bad hiding spot because we had curtains. She opens the door to our room, goes to the closet, looks in the bathroom, and I don't know if she walked out of the bathroom or she walked back, but she found their ass. Found that nigga. We had to walk their ass back. She did not take them. Had to walk their ass back to Astorworld. We did not want to stay. We already knew it was coming. Walk back to the apartment like.
Got your ass whipped.
No, what's crazy, my daddy was out of town. This was early in the weekend. Bro, we tried our best to convince her. Man, don't tell, bro. She was cool too, though. Like, don't tell. We thought we had got open. Nope. That nigga walked in the house. We looked at each other like, oh, that nigga kind of cool. He ain't really on nothing. Whew. Dodged that one. Boy, my brother was sitting in like that love seat. That nigga walked out. Maya! Right on the chest. I was like, oh, no. I don't want to fight no more. I turned it to Martin. I don't want to fight no more. Yeah. I don't want to fight no more. That nigga hit us so hard in that motherfucking chest. I got asthma. I need my pump.
The amount of fences I've jumped, dogs I've been chased by, like getting splashed by water, by cars that are driving, like as you're walking to go get some pussy, bro. Like, shit's embarrassing.
Those were the times, bro.
Soaking wet. Hey, throw my shit in the dryer while I'm in there.
Bro, those were the times, bro. We did some. Bro, I caught the bus.
Bitch, I caught the bus.
I caught the bus from that same area, Holly Hall, to 5th Ward, bro.
These stupid, mannish little kids,
bro. Like, think about the bus ride from. We talking about 610 and I'm trying to make y'all know that area. Y'all know 610 Holly Hall? Yeah. 610 Holcomb? To 5th Ward, like the Metro.
On Holly Hall, you could look straight down and see NRG.
NRG, yeah. But you remember that was afterward, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. From there to 5th Ward. Horny as fuck. I done caught that bus from there to Herm Clark.
Imagine switching buses.
Yeah.
To get some
yeah. You can't get on a bus from. Bro, you can't get on. That's what I'm talking about. You
Bro, if you
can't
from the
get.
east side, you don't know how to ride the bus.
I don't.
You don't know how to
You
ride the bus.
can't get on one metro bus from where we stayed to Fifth Ward. You got to drive a bus to the transit center, get off at the transit center, then get on the north side bus and get on, and then you got to walk. Just imagine a south side kid
Walking on the north.
walking in Fifth Ward.
Scared as hell.
No, I'm gonna get some ass. I don't know what's going on. You got to think about it. I don't know what's going on.
Line of fire. No idea.
No idea because I want some coochie.
Life could just be
Going to
ended
see my-
at any
Bruh,
given moment.
So,
You don't know how dangerous Fifth Ward is at that time. 14, 15 years old.
bro,
You just want some coochie.
I'm probably. How old are we in the 8th grade?
14.
Why are you 14 in the 8th grade?
that's right.
That's how old you are in the 8th grade.
Yeah. So I'm either
Tripping. 12, you in 6th
we
grade,
was
bro.
freshmen. We was freshmen.
12.
Nah.
No, bro. You 12
Joe's
and
14
6.
now. And she's
12
in 8th grade.
Okay. 9th grade, you 12. Same shit. It depends.
Ninth-
Probably when your birthday falls.
No. Joe, bro. She's 14 in the 8th grade right now. Jahari's 14 in the 8th grade.
I'm thinking 6th grade. Y'all right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
So,
let me stay
anyway.
in middle school. Y'all right.
Anyway,
My fault.
so again, my mom works nights. My brother was still in the house at the time, and my brother had a Geo Prism.
That's a tiny ass car.
It's a little black one. And every now and then, I'd be like, hey, my brother's asleep. Hey, let me use the car. I'm just going down the street. From Forest Creek on Uvalde, down the street to Wolf Forest. That's it, right? One day, I'm on the phone. We go to the bowling alley. All right, cool. Where's it at? So this girl, her best friend at the time, her mom used to own the bowling alley, right? It's in Pasadena off Spencer. Shit. All right. Now, as a 14-year-old driving a Geo Prism with bald tires, no alignment, maybe 15, right? The 14, 15. Driving from the east side through the Washburn Tunnel, trying to figure out the roundabout when you come out of the Washburn Tunnel, pull up to the fucking bowling alley thinking, I'm finna rock this bitch in this car. Man, that bitch came out. My mom just got here to pick me up. Bro, I just risked my life.
You map quested too?
Map
You had to
quest. Map quest. Map quest.
I risked my life
Bro, map
to get
quest.
over here.
My mom stayed in A-Leaf. Shout out A-Leaf. My daddy had moved to Mo City at this time. I might have been 19th grade. My mom boyfriend at the time, I think, had just went to jail or just got out. He had this big, long, I don't know what kind of, I don't know if it was a Lincoln. I don't know what it was. Bruh, do y'all know I left A-Leaf not knowing how to get to Mo City from A-Leaf? Nigga, I was all the way on I-10 before I got to Mo City.
Oh, man.
Bro, motherfuckers, kids these days don't understand how good they got it with this damn Apple Map and all this shit that take you directly to spot. Bro, we didn't know where we was going. If you had no sense of direction, you was up shit creek.
Bruh.
Up shit creek.
That same chick, same bowling alley, but now my brother's gal at the time, she had a red Corolla and it said Susie on the back, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care. I go to the bowling alley.
Do you
I actually get it this time.
Yeah.
I come back next day. She comes, because for whatever reason, my brother had her car or whatever. She wasn't at the house. But she comes to the crib and she's like, hey, why does my car smell like sex? I ain't even gonna lie to you, Susie. I waxed that ass in the backseat. She's like,
How do you know how sex smells?
She was like, at least spray it next time. I was like, yeah.
Y'all was musty, because why that
No
shit
blame.
lasted the whole fucking night?
You gotta,
Why you ain't rolled the window down on the way back, bro?
now that
Sat in that shit, bro.
thinking back on it right now, right? Do y'all remember how filthy y'all were
Bruh,
at
what?
that age?
Bruh, walking. So I used to walk about a mile from my grandma's house to this girl house, jumping fences to get in there. Come in that bitch sweaty as hell. I ain't washing up, bro. I'm going straight in. No rubber, no nothing.
And I'm thinking, were the girls as filthy as us?
Had to be.
Had
bro.
to be, right?
Had to be because think about this.
Yeah.
Think about this, bro. At that age,
that's disgusting.
in
when
your
you think
head.
about it.
That's why you shouldn't be having sex.
You shouldn't be doing anything at that age.
At that age in your head, you remember what that smelled like.
Yes.
And it shouldn't have smelled
And
like
it shouldn't have smelled like that, bro. That is crazy when you think it.
Bitch, you.
But, you know, blame my mom for not teaching her how to do it correctly.
Shout out to HBO. HBO. Oh, my sex ed.
You did what now? You had sex with this woman?
Yeah, no, it was a girl.
This
Yeah.
girl, my bad.
Why the fuck we was wearing 2 and 3 shirts in like in high school? Why we was doing that? Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you had on the undershirt. Then you had on the undershirt with one color because you wanted to make sure that you had.
But look, the girl wasn't my girlfriend, right? But we had messed around before. So I'm doing what you said was doing. Shirt tuck. When that bitch slip from under your chin and fall, now your shirt fucked up.
Your shirt fucked up.
Why I get home, there's another girl at my house. She said, "What's that on your shirt?" Huh?
Let's eat ice cream.
I don't know. Oh, wait, something.
It's ice cream.
Yeah, let me go change my shirt real quick. We can leave.
Butter pecan.
Ugh, that's nasty, bro.
But it makes sense, though, right? Bro, I can remember.
Fucking kids are disgusting.
Do y'all remember the first time y'all gave head?
Yeah, my tongue hurt.
You did it wrong.
I got a little tongue, bro.
You did it wrong.
Ain't know what the fuck I was doing.
How old were you?
I was young, bro.
How old? If you can remember.
With that same chicks, probably around that same age, about 14, 15.
How old are you?
Probably 18, 19.
Bruh, I probably was 8. Was I in the 8th grade? Because there was a chick where my brother, she was an older chick. My brother was messing with her cousin, and her cousin put me on her. We went to the movies. And it wasn't bad though. I don't say it was like bad, like it was a bad taste, but I just remember the taste.
Yeah.
I don't think I should remember the taste.
Do you remember it now?
Right now.
No, I don't remember nothing from back then.
Man, I remember that shit.
Man.
Shout out to Cynthia. You see the potential, but this has, what episode is this?
44?
Happy New Year.
This has been Just Us Pod, episode 44. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
Here's the thing, it's just us.